Everyone has AIDS. AIDS, AIDS, AIDS. AIDS, 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 AIDS.
You have AIDS.
Yes, you have AIDS.
I hate to tell you, boy, that you have AIDS.
Hello. What's going on? Welcome back to An Hour with AIDS. It is me, Aiden D'Souza here. Let's fucking get into it, dude. We got a whole hour to say real smart shit. Real fucking smart shit, dude. Man, I'm glad this fucking this audio experience is back, because I'm now back to posting clips on the internet and then having people be like, dude, you're a fucking idiot, man. And it's just like, yeah, dude. Yeah. Don't have to tell me. I fucking know, dude. Who's the bigger idiot, though? The guy that watched this and, like, you know, got upset and left a comment? Or, you know, the dude screaming in his garage about people on heroin? Pretty tight race there, bud. Pretty tight race. But I think I'm less of an idiot, because I'm fucking around, dude. You're dead serious with that comment. Yeah, man, it's fun. It's always fun when people are just like, dude, fuck you, man. You're a piece of shit. It's just like, hey, dude, you're right. You're goddamn right. Beautiful day here in Vancouver, British Columbia. It's a Monday. People are, it's nice. It's nice when it's nice outside. It's cool. People are outside. People are partying on the streets. Everyone takes their drug addictions outside. People are now doing heroin, in the warmth instead of the cold, which I believe is probably nicer. But even the people not on fucking opioids are on opioids, because, dude, I was reading an article this morning just about sports betting and how insane sports betting has gotten. It's like, I think it was like 2018. I guess this is in the States, but I mean Canada as well recently. They like opened the door for legal sports betting in 2018, and since then, how much did they say? Like fucking, where is it? There's like a huge ass number. So in 2022 alone, Americans bet a record $93.2 billion legally on sports. I love how they say legally, because they're just like, yeah, it was way more than that. You know, a little under the table action. You know what I mean? Hey, a little side action. You know, there's like there's guys, you know, throwing around a couple grand on their kids' chess game, on their kids' spelling bee, throwing 10 G's down on it, because, I mean, God, it's fucking annoying to have to go to a spelling bee. You know what I mean? It's pathetic. Might as well risk your entire family's financial future on it. Put a couple $100,000 down. Bet the house in your kid's spelling fucking, propaganda right or something. Or maybe a more difficult word, pterodactyl. See if he remembers the P or not. Right off the top, that's a tough one. Because if the kid fucks up right off the top, he goes T, you're like, fuck! From the back of the room. God fucking damn it! Everyone looks back at you. You just got a beer in your hand and a cigarette. Way to go, asshole. We just lost the house. But yeah, dude, $93.2 billion in a year. People are just fucking throwing around cash on sports betting. And yeah, they said that, it's all just young men, which is good, because, dude, young men have it too easy. You know what I mean? That's all you hear. Young, especially if you're a white. Dude, a young white man, you got it too easy, dude. You got it too easy. We're going to try to we got to get you with something. If it's not alcohol, nicotine, just straight up your phone, just fucking dopamine hits from your phone, fuck it. We'll get you, harder shit, get you with cocaine or, heroin, opioids of any kind. We'll get you with betting. Right there on your phone, too. Where is it, this doctor? So your brain on sports betting. So, I mean, just, dude, your brain stands no fucking chance. And today, it takes almost like full attention and dedication to your brain and like mental well-being to try to avoid all of this shit that is coming at you. I mean, it is insane. Just from the just horrible foods. So addiction to just shitty foods and just sugar, salt, fat mix, of just fried foods and all that. That shit'll get you addicted and just, send you into a deep dive into depression and just being fat as shit and gross, and nobody wants to be around you because you're disgusting. So if it's not the food, Alcohol everywhere. Every second ads about alcohol, nicotine. Just straight up your phone and just screens and just like wasting your time, with just general media, just scrolling through social media or just like watching television shows. You have to watch every episode of every television show ever. Then fucking hard drugs. Those are addicting, apparently. And then betting. I mean, dude, you stand no chance, man. For many people, of course, gambling is just fun. I mean, for everybody. And not every wager on basketball, the Super Bowl, or Premier League match leads to a compulsive habit, but for others, it can turn into addiction, just like dependency on tobacco, alcohol, or opioids. Studies have found gambling activates a reward system in the brain the same way substance addictions do, and problem gambling is similar to those addictions in clinical expression, brain origin, comorbidity, physiology, and treatment. The strongest component of the addiction of smoking, drugs, or alcohol, not the only one, but the strongest one, is debatably dopamine. So that little hit of dopamine anytime you do any of that shit. Says psychologist James Whelan. What a pussy that guy is, huh? Well, you can't handle it, James? Now you got to try to ruin it for everybody? Director of the Institute of Gambling Education and Research at the University of Memphis. And when you gamble, your brain secretes more dopamine than when you do any of those other things. So more than fucking drugs and alcohol, smoking, drugs, or alcohol, more dopamine is released from betting. Dude, betting's the shit, man. Betting is the best. Fucking put some action on the game. Forget all that other shit. Knock it off with the heroin. Knock it off with the whiskey, with the vodka. Forget all that. That's bullshit. That's minor league stuff. That's for children. Hard drugs and alcohol is for children. Start fucking betting on sports. Start betting on anything, everything. Literally everything. Start betting on if fucking, Teresa's gonna have gonna actually touch that salad that she bought on the side with her lunch, or if she's just gonna, leave it there and she bought it just for the optics of it to make it look like she's eating healthy. We all know you're not fooling anybody, Teresa. Okay. We all know what's going on. You don't have to spend the extra $4 or $5 for that side salad. You're not touching it. You're not fooling anybody. It ends up in the garbage every time. Okay, you're not touching it. After your Thai chicken bites, which, okay, I don't know if you're trying to think that these are healthy, because it's like, oh, they're Thai or whatever. Those are just fucking, chicken nuggets with Thai sauce on it. And your side salad that never gets touched. We all know what you're doing, Teresa, but you can throw a couple $100 on that. And then maybe she does take a bite out of the salad, and now you're at $100, but you got that fucking good dopamine hit, and it broke up the workday. You know what I mean? But dude, the brain secretes more dopamine than when you do any of those other things. So the latest edition of American Psychiatric Association Diagnostics and Statistic Manual List. Wow, that's a fucking riveting read, I'm sure. Gambling disorder is the same category as heroin or opioid addictions. God damn it, man. The criteria for a diagnosis include the need to gamble, which increase the amount of money to achieve the desired excitement. You're just like, man, fuck, I only won a couple grand. That's nothing. That's nothing anymore. I'm too deep into this shit. Repeated unsuccessful attempts to control, cut back, or stop gambling jeopardizes or losing a significant relationship, job, or educational or career opportunity due to gambling. Hey, listen. It's a good way to weed out the losers, You want only ride or die people with you, okay? So say your wife leaves you, takes the kids, or kicks you out of the house. Do you really need that kind of negativity in your life? Do you really need that kind of person that's willing to kick you to the curb just because you're out a couple $100,000? Just because you skipped your son's graduation to watch a women's NCAA basketball game that you had, 15 grand on? And she said, don't bother coming home tonight. So you stayed at a Motel 6 on the side of the highway where you watched another game, where you watched a cricket game in Australia that you had another $5 grand on because you won the last one. She didn't even realize. You texted her and said, but I won. And she said, Greg, don't contact me again. The restraining order went through. And you're just like, this bitch just, you need ride or die people, okay? As those people, those fucking psychotic people always say, let the trash take itself out. So they kicked you out of their life? They took themselves out of your life. They don't get to be around you because you're cool as shit. You're a sports gambler. It's a cool life. There's wins and losses. There's ups and downs. Gambling is just life, dude. There's ups and downs, man. Yeah, there's more downs. There's way more downs. That's life. There's way more downs than there are ups. But when you hit that up, fuck, you got to enjoy it. And you're not going to be able to enjoy it with a bitchin' wife and kids that are ungrateful because they, sometimes can't eat. It's good to fast. We're showing support for our brothers and sisters doing Ramadan. So sometimes it's good to not have dinner or, it's good to skip breakfast, actually. Have you ever listened to the Joe Rogan Experience? It's good to skip breakfast and, include that fast time after your sleep. It helps you stay shredded. And they're like, Dad, I'm 8. I don't care about being shredded. It's like, well, you should because obesity rates are through the fucking roof. Have you not looked around in our country? North America is disgusting. Everyone's fat and gross. So skip breakfast. Yeah, people are doing it for health reasons. You could say you're doing that too, but really it's because dad just needs to make this money back up. Because there was a bad call. It was a bad call late in the fucking game last night. Bad fucking call. And I lost about $50,000. But yeah, if you lose your job, maybe you're like, you don't need that job. Jobs are jobs. Gambling is a career. Okay. It's a career thing. And in your career, there's ups and downs as well. It's like life. And so gambling is a career, a job's a job. You can get another job. You can't bet on that game again. You know what I mean? That game's over. It's a one and done. Once it happens, it happens. So you're not gonna be able to make that up. So you might as well put that bet down. And relying on others to provide money to relieve desperate financial conditions caused by gambling. Some studies have found that as many as 19% of problem gamblers attempt suicide, the highest rate of any addiction. Yeah, but I mean, only attempt, right? It doesn't say they actually go through with it. It's just, if you're really out, I bet you, because gamblers are slick with it. You know what I mean? Gamblers are slick with it. So what you do is, when you're really down bad and you've pissed off a lot of people, then you attempt suicide. In quotations, little air quotes around that. You attempt suicide, and now everyone's just like, oh fuck, they feel bad because you just tried to take your own life. But what that does is that buys you a new life. That buys you, and not I'm talking about in terms of gambling, because now everybody kind of forgives you because they're like, oh fuck, man, he went down into that deep dark part. So now you got a longer leash. Now they're like, oh fuck, I didn't realize it was that serious. So people start forgiving you. Now you can start fucking gambling again because people aren't as fed up with you as they were because they feel bad. So, and a little attempted suicide every now and then to get people back on your side is good. It's just, it's all about mental manipulation. So betting on sports comes with its own unique set of risks. Many sports bettors tend to see their wagers as safer and more informed than other kinds of gambling. Researchers say they think they know the game. The players and the teams are being guided by their own expertise and skill rather than luck. This may give them an illusion of control over the outcome. That can lead to more problems when a bet goes bad. According to one study in the journal Addictive Behavior, sports betting relative to non-sports betting has been more strongly linked to gambling problems and cognitive distortions related to illusion of control, probability control, and interpretive control. Yeah, dude. Because people think, dude, guys love thinking they know sports. It's like, you don't get it, dude. I played basketball, okay? I know the game. It's like, dude, you played grade 5 through 7. And then you didn't even make your grade 8 team, which I'm pretty sure they take almost everybody. I don't know how you didn't make it. Pretty sure they're almost required to take everybody. It was like there was a girl on your team. It's like, yeah, okay, well, let's not hold that against me. She was fucking phenomenal. Okay? She was also 6'2". She was a, giant hulking woman. She played center. It's not even like she was a fucking point guard on our team. The girl was a center on our team. She had more armpit hair than all of us. Might have been a guy, honestly. Just a long-haired guy, actually. Nobody even checked. Yeah, they're just like, yeah, dude, I played basketball. It's like barely, dude. That doesn't mean you fucking, it doesn't mean you know that there's gonna score over 118 points in this game. But it's actually, no, it's legitimately insane how addictive this shit is. And but like, what else are people doing? You know what I mean? It's cool to fucking have an addiction. It's cool to destroy your life a little bit. There's a lot of people that aren't doing anything out here. You might as well fucking have an addiction, and then like a fun addiction that, could lead to something. It could lead to something. You get a big win, or some company, then they like fly you out to Vegas, and then, you do a bunch of drugs and get really drunk and, accidentally maybe kill a hooker, with a car, with a sports car you rented. You got a Porsche and you took a turn too fast and you clipped. That's what you're going to tell the judge. You clipped a hooker and she went flying into the, into the alley, into the like curb. And then you kind of just like dumped the body. Turns out she wasn't dead. She was still alive. She woke up the next morning just severely concussed. But you got, they're trying to charge you for, attempted murder and, fleeing the scene of a crime and like all this stuff. And now you have a fun story. And maybe you do 2-3 years. And now you have fun stories. It's better than just whatever. What do you work at Walmart? And what do you do with that money? Nothing. What do you work at Walmart, you go home and you play video games? Fuck that, dude. Fuck that, man. You're not living a life. Live a life is kind of the point. And I feel like this one's not so great on the brain, but it's better than, the body, where they're just like, opioids just destroy your body, dude. Your body, once your body's all gross and starts breaking down and, it's all like, scabby and fucking swollen and red and stuff. And that's gross, dude. At least gambling, fucking things can happen, man. Good things can happen. It's just, you just gotta be careful. Man. Yeah, just, dude. Almost $100 billion in a fucking year. Yeah, it's just all young men, man. Young men, like 18 to 24. Center for fastest growing cohort of the sports betting in the States are aged 21 to 24. She says only about 1% of those young bettors make use of responsible gambling measures like play limits or self-exclusion that sports books and casinos are legally required to offer. Yeah. There's like, would you like to limit yourself? Would you like to put a limit on how much money you can possibly make? And it's like, no. Why the fuck would I want to do that? I want to make all the fucking money. Yeah, dude. I mean, obviously this shit was, because this at one point was legal. It had to have been for them to make it illegal. So at one point it was legal, and then they made it illegal, obviously because some shit went down. People couldn't handle it. But then in 2018, they're just like, fuck it. Everybody's doing well. I'm sure they can handle it now. Everyone's not fucking even more mentally ill than they were. So let's bring it back. Curiously, and it's not only in the states that have legalized sports betting that are seeing related spikes in the problem of gambling. Newsweek's analysis of state gambling hotlines, for instance, found that calls to the gambling helpline in California, where sports betting isn't allowed, shot up more than 70%. In Florida, where sports gambling isn't operational, you're not allowed to put money on the game in Florida. You could literally blow somebody's head off if they, step foot on your property. And you're just like, oh, that was the mailman. And you're just like, well, I couldn't see his vest, so I thought he was a threat. I was like, all right, well, yeah, you're in the right there. Sorry about that, sir. Sorry to bother you. Sorry to make you come down to this courtroom and have to explain why you put a bullet in the fucking side. Why you blew the side of this guy's face clean off on your driveway. But yeah, you can do that in Florida. You can pull a shotgun on a toddler that comes on your property to get a ball, but you can't throw a couple grand down on the Gators winning the fucking national championship. What's that all about? What are you doing down there, Florida? You could do cocaine off of a of like a trans Cuban woman's penis, but you can't, you can't go put some money down on some horses? What are we doing down there, Florida? Come on. Let's get it together. Yeah, so up 140% since last year. So people, dude, who's calling in and snitching on themselves? They gamble online, 86% male. Where are the ladies? Ladies, why aren't you out there? Why aren't you out there betting? Where are the lady gamblers? Come on, ladies. Get in on the action. It's fun. Clearly, it's fun. You see lady crackheads and stuff, they're in on the opioids and stuff. Knock it off with that. We found out that's childish. Opioids, alcohol, all that stuff, childish. It's for kids. Get in on the action. More dopamine per fucking, hit than anything else. Start putting some money down on the games. Can't just be all men losing their money out here. What are you guys doing with your money? Buying fucking, buying tofu? Fuck off. You're buying fucking, buying phrase boards for your kitchen? Like fucking, live, laugh, love signs on Etsy? Shit like that? Fuck off with that. Get in on the action. Start throwing money down on some games. It's like, yeah, mom, sorry. Mom can't afford to, put you in hockey this year, put you in soccer this year because she lost $10,000 on the Bulls game. Yeah, she bet Zach LaVine over 22 points and he got hurt in the first quarter. So yeah, it looks like no soccer for any of the kids. I feel like moms need to blow off some steam. Stop getting, addicted to Chardonnay and Percocets. Get in on some gambling. Way more dopamine. But yeah, men are just getting fucked by this, dude. So yeah, 86% male. The most common type of gambling for them was on sports, 55%. It was also similarly found that callers were getting younger, noting that 56% increase in gamblers is literally just an 8-year-old. It's just like, hello? Hi, is this a gambling hotline? I don't know why. That was basically Asian. Hello? Is this a gambling hotline? I need help. I'm putting all my allowance on the Maple Leafs every week, and I can't stop. I always bet the over, and recently they've been on a real scoring skid and just haven't really been scoring that many goals. I don't know what the fuck Mitch Marner's doing, but he fucking sucks ass. And my mom and dad don't know, but I'm really struggling. I have no money for milk at school, and I was like, son, how old are you? I'm whatever age you need to be to gamble. And there's like, you're 20, you're 19 years old? Uh-huh. Yes. It's like, well, why do you still pronounce fucking, R's as W's? It's like, I really don't know what you mean by that. It's just like, you just did it right there. Willy. You said willy, not really. So anyways, do you think I should just change my betting strategy, or what should I do to stop? Because it's, it's just so hard. The Leafs are just, I really love the Maple Leafs, and it's not as fun to watch the games when you don't have a little juice on, little fucking juice, on the game. It's more fun. Literal just 8-year-old calling. You're just on the hotline. It's just like, how old are you? I'm 3. I'm 3 years old. I'm 3 years old, and I got my dad's credit card, and I just put $5,000 on the BC Lions. So you bet on the CFL? Yeah, I know. Things are bad. Things are so bad. I'm sorry. It's just like, wow, well, It's just like, what'd you bet? Did you bet on the over-under and how many fucking punts there will be? Because that game is boring, huh? Yeah, god damn it, man. Just literal children just calling. Say, hi, I'm 12. I'm 12 years old. And then the helpline data from last year of significant notice that almost one quarter, 24% disclosed suicidal ideations or attempts by the gambler. Well, how many of them are them being serious? Because, I mean, you know, me and my friends have said we want to fucking blow our heads off or, you know, throw ourselves into traffic or off a bridge because you know, a parlay didn't hit. You know, we're kidding. Just because somebody says I want to fucking kill myself doesn't mean they're suicidal. It just means they're a person. Just means that, you know, just means it was a bad beat. Is what they call it in the biz. You know? It was a bad beat. The spread was 7.5, and you know, the team was up by 8, and the game was over. But the other team, some asshole on the other team shot a 3 from half court for fun, and it went in. And they, you know, covered the spread, and now you're fucking now you're out. Now you just missed out on $2,000. It's called a bad beat. And you just stand up in your living room and just go, I'm going to fucking kill myself. It doesn't mean you actually want to fucking kill yourself. Just means the bet didn't go your way. When you call the helpline, you know, you're just like, fuck me. It's like, did you see that? Are you watching the game? They're just like, no, sir. I'm just talking to people that, you know, wanting to die. All day long. I just got off the phone with a 6-year-old that, you know, it said that they're gonna, you know, they're gonna kill themselves, because the Maple Leafs aren't scoring enough goals. But dude, I didn't know you can get a fucking man. I watched a video. I just saw a video pop up on TikTok. Some guy trying to kill himself in Vancouver on a bridge. Dude, they fucking cut the fence open. They I don't know, they grabbed him. You can't even kill yourself in this country anymore. The country the country will kill you if you know. That whole thing where they were like, if you know, is any sort of inconvenience whatsoever, they'll come and kill you. Assisted suicide. But if you try to do it unassisted, you try to do it yourself, it's a big problem. There's a guy trying to jump off the bridge, and all the cops show up, firefighters show up, fucking everybody shows up. You know, the whole neighborhood comes out. They're just like, what are you doing? Oh, you gonna kill yourself? And then they're like, oh, he's not cooperating because he wanted to do it and they got him. It's like, well, clearly he didn't want to do it that bad, or else he would have done it before they fucking got a hold of him. You just do it. You don't wait for people to show up and make a show out of it. But yeah, Jesus Christ, man. He probably fucking just missed. Yeah, he probably just didn't hit his parlay. That's all that was going on. Everyone makes a big deal out of it. It's like he was on the other side of the fence. I mean, but they cut the fence open. They handcuffed the guy, cut the fence open, and fucking bring him back and take him to the hospital. And then what? And then just be like, all right, you promise not to kill yourself? He's like, listen, I just need a couple $100 to go bet on some basketball, some March Madness. And listen, if it hits, I won't kill myself. If it doesn't hit, I might kill myself. Okay? And they're like, all right, well, good luck out there. Yeah, gambling addiction experts view sports betting in the U.S. as a time bomb. Rutgers Nowhere says it's unlikely we will see the full effect of this rush legalization for several years. Part of the reason is that addiction to gambling is quieter than addiction to drugs or alcohol. Gambling addiction has no tell. I mean, it certainly does. You can be gambling away your house on your mobile phone, sitting at a dinner table, and not a single person will know until the devastation of your whole family is complete. You're just at dinner with your family, just having some Jane's chicken fingers and craft dinner, and you're just on your phone on Bet365, just fucking, and just, yeah. And it's like, oh, what are you doing on your phone? Hey, please put your phone down. And you're just like, oh, yeah, sorry, honey, sorry. It's like, what were you doing? It's just like, oh, I just put $300,000 down on the women's NCAA championship. And it's like, you did what? It's like, oh, yeah, no, it's a lock. You should see this girl from Idaho. She just had the first ever, 30-point triple-double and 40-point triple-double in women's NCAA history. She's a lock. Don't worry. No, don't worry. Yeah, and then, but there's definitely a fucking tell, dude. You could tell, dude, people won't shut the fuck up about it. The experience of other countries with legal gambling offers clues to where the U.S. may be headed. The UK, which is a long tradition of legal gambling, mobile betting became legal in 2005. In 2016, co-founder of the online sports betting site Paddy Power stepped down, saying he was ashamed for having popularized online betting and felt some responsibility for an uptick in addiction and suicides. According to UK government report. Okay, listen, you can't be responsible for what everybody is doing. So you're offering a service that gets, is highly addictive and destroys people's lives. And, dude, they're going to destroy their lives one way or another, okay? These people want to destroy their lives. Let them. Make money off of it. Go on your yacht. Take women with you. Take hired, hot women with you. You know what I mean? So what? So what they killed themselves using your service? Oh, now you feel bad? What is it? 2005 and 2016, he's like, oh, I can't take it anymore. After it all, all the fun died out of, traveling around the world being a billionaire. Now you're like, oh, I feel so bad about all these kids that killed themselves. It's like, dude, if it wasn't fucking, your thing, they're going to find it somewhere else. I wish I could start a betting website, man. I wish. 2019, the government opened its first gambling clinic for children, citing findings that 55,000 of the country's estimated 300 gamblers were kids age 11 to 16. So what I said wasn't even off. Literal kids. Unreal. 55,000. That's like a good chunk out of them, too. Just 11-year-olds. Where are 11-year-olds even getting this fucking money from? Attempt suicide. Holy. Yeah, man. Dude, not having money, you'll fucking kill yourself. 19% of gamblers try to kill themselves. Hey, man, it's part of the game. It's part of the game, but also, fuck, man, how good is a nice win? How good is a nice win, man? I mean, I honestly, dude, I'm trying to bet on fucking Connor McDavid right now. That kid won't stop scoring, dude. I really want to start putting money on him every game for him to score. It's what we in the biz call a lock. But yeah, I know one guy that he hit some big fucking bets, and then he used all that money to pay for him and his girlfriend to go see Drake and 21 Savage. So, there are success stories, and I think that we need to focus more on that. There's too much negativity. Everyone's focusing on, oh, this person's, they're killing themselves. Oh, they're fucking, this child wants to die because it's addicted to gambling. This 11-year-old is addicted to gambling and now it wants to kill itself. It's like, hey, well, I mean, sure, we could focus on that, or we could focus on, dude, yeah, how my one friend gets to go see Drake and 21 Savage because he made some good fucking bets. You know what I mean? Like, or maybe some guy gets to take his girlfriend on a weekend trip to fucking, like we talked about in the last episode. Maybe they get to go on a weekend trip to Portland to do homeless people watching, to do fucking addict watching, watch street people. And that's nice and that's beautiful. That's all because of the power of gambling. If you get a good bet, you could take your wife on a romantic trip to Portland to watch homeless people, and get a consultation on changing your gender, or not gender, I guess your sex, or whatever. All right, we'll move on. I'm just saying, dude, have fun. People are gonna destroy their lives anyway. Gambling's sick. Obviously, it's fucking fun, dude. You just gotta have money to gamble. And the thing with gambling is, I've had my ups and downs with it. But the thing is that I'm too big of a bitch. If you wanna fucking make money at gambling, you gotta put up money. Scared money don't make no money. Okay. So if you want to have some big wins and stuff, you got to fucking put money up. I'm such a pussy. I would put like, $5, $10, like bullshit. Little kid stuff. You know, it's useless. Really. So you got to fucking, you got to really put some fucking money down if you want to make it happen. You know what I mean? Dude, I read this fun article. So this daycare refused to let my daughter leave until she'd finished tidying up. So a woman claims that daycare staff refused to let her daughter leave the center until she tidied up. The anonymous parent told internet forum that after confronting the staff about the issue, she received a verbal warning for undermining their authority. Dude, I love this, man. Running daycare is like a fucking prison. She now wants to know whether or not she was in the wrong for complaining. Quote, poor planning doesn't mean you could break rules. So that came from the daycare lady. The woman took to the Am I an Asshole forum to ask, am I the asshole? Dude, I got to see this forum. Am I the asshole? I feel like we need to solve. Dude, I could do a whole section on this. Am I the asshole? The mom, whose post now has 18,000 upvotes, 4,000 comments, begins by explaining that she doesn't usually have a problem with her daughter's daycare tutor, Sasha. My 2-year-old daughter has been in a home daycare for a few months now. The teacher, Sasha, is very nice, and I am normally all for my daughter cleaning her own messes. You should be all the time, not fucking normally. But she continues, however, I find when I arrive, Sasha expects my daughter to finish cleaning up whatever she was playing with. Yeah, which again would be fine, but it delays us getting out the door and heading home. Sometimes we have plans, etc. Yeah, don't we all, bitch? The mom then explains that to prevent this problem, she messages the educator in advance to ask her to start wrapping things up before she arrives. That would be correct. That would be what you should do if you want to leave right away. The strategy seems to be working until today. Things were crazy, and I was in a rush. We had a lot to do this afternoon, and I was running behind because I had car trouble, okay? When I arrived, my daughter and some friends were in the middle of cleaning up a big mess, real big mess. I told my daughter that we had to go and get her coat. Sasha said she needed to finish cleaning up her part. I said, any other day, sure, but I am running late, and we cannot miss this appointment. Sasha tried arguing that the kids need to learn responsibility, yes, and flat out said no. I grabbed my daughter, put her coat on, and left. After the hectic afternoon, the mom found time to check her text later that evening. I had a text from Sasha saying, poor planning on my part does not mean I could break the rules. Yep. I pointed out this is not in the contract, and I can bring my child home whenever I want. She accused me of undermining her authority. Fucking hell yeah. Dude, I love that. I love that kind of phraseology, that kind of terminology for a daycare person. Are you undermining my authority? Dude, hilarious. This lady's job is to fucking, let kids play with blocks at her house and fucking make sure that they take naps and, have their sippy cups filled with fucking juice. And she's just like, are you undermining my authority? It is my job to make sure that these kids, these children, the future are, properly acclimated to society, and they're good citizens and good people with good characteristics and strong habits and qualities. And you're coming in here undermining my authority when I told that little bitch daughter of yours to clean up her fucking blocks. All right? Just because you don't know how to fucking organize your day, and you're having car trouble? Oh, you must be the first person to ever have car trouble. I don't give a fuck. Takes 2 seconds to send a text. The mom was given a verbal warning, which she found ridiculous. You should find a different daycare if you can't follow the rules. Yep. Hey, you don't like it? You can fucking leave, bitch. All right? You and your messy ass daughter. Okay? We don't even fuck with your daughter like that, okay? Comments were mixed, with some users supporting the mom, while others said her behavior was totally inappropriate and rude. Dude, I love this, dude. I love learning about, a different, subculture that I know nothing about, like this daycare fucking mom culture. This is sick. They're at each other's throats. I love this shit. Man, dude. I want this shit so bad. I want my fucking wife, mother of my kids to just be in some fucking heavy drama. Or we could just drama we can know about. Maybe not, it doesn't have to be in it. Or fuck it, let's be in it. Why not? We're not doing anything. I'm not doing anything besides fucking betting all our money on sports. And so is our son, who's 6. And he's suicidal. The school calls and they're just like, hey, your son talked to the guidance counselor and said that he was thinking about taking his own life and said he's addicted to gambling. It's like, he just fucking, he made a bad bet. Relax. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah, him and I cooked up a parlay together last night, and, it was a 10-legger, 9 legs hit, and we fucking lost on the last one. And, I told my boss I was going to fucking kill myself this morning. It's not that big of a deal. Relax, okay? Get off his ass. Okay? Chill out. It ain't that big of a deal. Sometimes kids talk about killing themselves. What are you gonna call the parent for every time a kid says he wants to off himself at your school? Jesus Christ, your phone bill will be through the roof. It's fine. Yeah, comments were mixed. One said that if those are the rules that all of the children are expected to follow and you were aware of that, you and your daughter should be following them like everyone else. Another wrote, if you're upset, there are a lot of daycares out there. You should find one that has different rules. You should find one where your daughter's allowed to be a messy little fucking bitch. And you're allowed to, show up whenever you want and have your kid not clean up and, go ahead. If you want to be around those kind of people, if you want your daughter to be like that, go ahead. See if we give a fuck. We're here to raise, proper children that know responsibility. People that, kids that are going to be successful in life. They're going to do things. Not disgusting messes that are trash. Like your daughter. Your dumb bitch daughter that you're trying to fuck her over. All right, if that's the kind of kid you want, go ahead. Then this daycare worker commented, I've worked in highly regarded licensed facilities for a long time. This is standard practice. Yeah, clean up your shit. If you have problems sticking to your own schedule, that is not her problem. It's also likely if she has a wait list, she can absolutely and should replace your spot since you seem to have this idea of it's her job. Dude, I love this. They're at her fucking neck. And this person agreed, replying, I wouldn't deal with you, nor would my administration. You get 2 warnings for disrespectful behavior or policy violations, and you're out. Cutthroat, bitch. Get your fucking dumb daughter out of here. You and your dumb daughter can fucking take a hike, lady. Okay? Oh, you have an appointment to get to? Oh, your kid has cancer and you gotta go to an appointment? Don't give a fuck. Your fucking cancer-riddled child left her goddamn toys all over the place. And yeah, we gave you a warning. Okay? Consider this your first warning. We'll kick you and your fucking cancer child out of here. Okay? Don't think we won't. We got a wait list, bitch, of kids that are way less sick and gross. We don't need your bald child in here leaving blocks all over the place. She's freaking out the other kids. A lot of the kids are asking questions. It's like, why is she bald? And I got to, she has cancer. So she says. She probably just used that to get in here. All right? So plan accordingly. What was your car trouble? It didn't have gas because you don't have any fucking money because you got to pay $50,000 a month for your kids' cancer treatments? Boo fucking who? I don't give a shit that your kid's got leukemia. What does that mean? She can't clean up? Well, she can't clean up her crayons? She can't put away her markers when she's done coloring? Knock it off. All right? Who doesn't have a sick person in their family, okay? What does that mean? They don't have to clean? I don't give a shit. Hilarious. I love this. I love this, man. However, some people did come to the mother's defense and helped her find solutions. Would it be possible on days like this to let the teacher know daughter needs to leave by X time because of an appointment so that she knows in advance and you'll be picking her up? A second noted, not just texting ahead, but making it known that you will be out the door by a certain time, regardless of mess. And a third responded, if you say you're leaving with your kid, you can leave. She can't keep her until she decides your child can leave. I worked at a childcare, and if you have a set time for pickup, then there's no reason cleanup can't be started before then. Yeah, man. I love this shit, dude. But yeah, also, that's hilarious. It's like, no, your daughter can't leave. It's like, oh, yeah? Watch this. Watch this, bitch. But then, yeah, dude, apparently it's tough to find fucking, proper daycare. I know my sister sends my nephews to this daycare where, This lady's not even capable of raising her own children. I keep asking why. Well, I was like, why are my nephews at this lady's house? They're like, her own daughter's like 16, like dating like fucking 24-year-old dudes that drive like fucking, Honda Civics with spoilers on the back and like loud exhaust and like, backward snapbacks. And they're basically just a walking monster can. And, her 16-year-old daughter's dating him. And she's like, she'll be like, fuck off, mom. I'm going out with Kyle. And she's like, how old's Kyle again? He's like, he's 35. He works at Canadian Tire in the fucking automotive department. He changes tires. And she's like, and he's dating, and you're dating him and you're 16? She's like, yeah, there's nothing you could do about it, you stupid slut. And mom's just like, oh, she's such a rascal. I was just like her at her age. I was so, I was such a rebel to authority. It's just like, can you, hey, you want to step in on this fucking, straight up hebophilia or pedophilia that's going on here? Your daughter's dating an adult man. Let's do something about this. I keep asking him. I was just like, hey, why is a lady that is completely fine with her teenage daughter dating an adult looking after my nephews during the day? Because I imagine she's not providing the best care. But I guess there's no rules. So, she can't tell my sister she's being a lazy cunt when she shows up and the kids haven't cleaned up. She's like, hey, well, maybe you should organize your day better, you dumb bitch. But my sister does need to be told that. You know what I mean? People do need to be kept on their toes. People do need to understand that they can't just fucking, just waltz through life without any repercussions. And it's a metaphor for life. The blocks need to be put away, okay? Before you can just start fucking, we need to get to an appointment. We have a funeral to attend. It's like, all right, well, don't care. There's blocks on the ground. Before you can start doing other shit, you got to put stuff away. Got to clean up. Clean it up. I love this. These people just telling this bitch to fucking, hey, kick rocks. Go to a fucking poor, trashy person's daycare then, like the one my nephews go to. The kids are on the fucking trampoline. The kids are probably, drinking beer. You're gambling. The kids are all gambling. They're all, they're all drinking Busch Lights and gambling in the backyard of this fucking small ass town. They're all barefoot in overalls, drinking PBR down by the lake, betting on fucking putting hundreds and hundreds of dollars, like thousands of dollars. You don't even know how this 5-year-old has like literally $1,000 in $100 bills on who could fucking skip the rock across the river. That's what's going on my fucking nephew's thing. Well, this monster can of a man comes and picks up this girl's child daughter, 16-year-old daughter, and they go off and fucking, I don't know. He has sex with her, child body. Some guys are just into 16-year-olds. I know she's just really mature for her age, man. She's just like the most mature 16-year-old that, I've ever met. And like, dude, Jerry Seinfeld dated a 17-year-old when he was 35, and that was fine. Because people didn't have cell phones, so they didn't know about it, really. And everyone just thought it was funny. So it's kind of, it's not even that big of a deal. Yes, I'm 35. But it's not like I'm like a loser, dude. I'm the assistant manager at the automotive department at Canadian Tire, okay? I change all the tires there, okay? I can build a good life for me and my teenage girlfriend. She thinks my Honda Civic is sick with my loud-ass exhaust and my fucking spoiler on the back, okay? The age of consent is 16, dude. Anytime you bring up the age of consent, and, you're a creep. The age of consent is actually, okay, well, no, you lost. All right. No, you're a creep. Well, actually, she's technically old and, okay. You lost. Knock it off. Whatever you're doing, anytime you got to bring up the age of consent, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Go find something else. There's plenty of older, of age women that look like children. Go find one of those. Okay? Or date a midget or something. Dude, I saw the smallest little lady walking down the street downtown. Hilarious, man. That was the smallest person I've ever seen in my life. And she was all tits, dude. She couldn't have been more than 2 feet tall, and her tits were huge, bro. You could see them things through fucking probably it was a shirt, sweater, jacket, scarf, and you could see these fucking things. She was all tits. It's like she had the tits of a fucking, fully like a 6'2" big ass bitch with just giant tits. That, but just like she got hit with like a Super Mario fucking like thing that like makes you real small and just boom, bang down to fucking 2 feet tall, but still had the tits. She was all tits and ass, and then the big ass little person head. Actually, she might have had a small head too. I don't even know if she had the big midget head. They got some fucking craniums on them, huh? Midgets is also a slur word, so now I'm gonna get fucking. Once I get cast into a big movie, somebody's gonna be like, he said midget on a podcast, and then I'm gonna get fired, and I'm not gonna be able to make my $5,000 that I was gonna bet away anyway. I'm gonna get back into gambling. But yeah, man, dude, fucking let's watch this video. This video is fucking hilarious. This is the level of not giving a fuck and just that I admire. I love this. And I love that this is like a woman too. A woman with a nice like mullet haircut. Dude, just cold. Could not give a fuck. Like bang. Doesn't even look. Just takes the impact, a little side to side, doesn't break gaze forward whatsoever. Not even a look off to the side to see, to see the fucking broken neck of the child in the back of that fucking, Ford Taurus or whatever that was, of that fucking Kia Soul. Just a child in the back seat, just neck snapped in half. Or like, doesn't even glance over, just fucking, and just keeps it pushing. Hey, get off the tracks. Get off the tracks. All right? What are you doing? This bitch doesn't stop for nobody. The tram doesn't stop. Tram don't stop. All right? Love that shit, dude. That's what I'm talking about. She's about her business. I ain't got time for this shit. So what? I just killed a person. So what? Not my fault. Get off the tracks, bitch. Train's coming. Bang. Oh, just killed you and your kid. Too bad. Too bad. Oh, you were fucking, you were hustling over to your kid's cancer appointment because you were late because you weren't allowed to leave your daycare because your kid doesn't fucking clean up and you can't just break the rules and just do whatever the hell you want all the time. So you were rushing across town to, get to your kid's chemo and you thought you could make it across the tracks. Nope. Don't think so. Bang. Fucking, dude, so sick. And boom. The sound. Dude, not even looking forward. Cold as hell. So dope, dude. So dope, man. Yo, I talked about that people not fucking with the pride shit last week. That turned into a way, way bigger fucking story than I thought. Now people all across the NHL were just like, yeah, nah, we're not gonna do it either. Yeah, nah, we're not into it. Nah, we're not doing the fucking gay shit. Okay, never mind. All right, now, dude, yeah, I'm gonna have to we're gonna solve a bunch of these. So the last one, the final decision for the Am I the Asshole, the girl with the kid, she, yeah, man, I don't know, you're the asshole. None of the other kids, dude, I'm sorry, your kids gotta clean up. Okay? Or the other kids need to band together, create a union, and, they can pick up after one another, when one's gotta go. But you can't just fucking dip out and leave the work for the other kids, okay? All right. Am I the asshole for telling my wife that she isn't a princess? Hilarious. Hilarious. I hope he flat out said, listen, you're just a regular ass woman, okay? You're not a princess. For the past several months, she has been eerily acting like a child. I understand that she's playing with our daughter, but it comes across as weird to me to the degree that she plays the role. Our daughter wanted a mini pizza, and so she asked me to make her one. I was, and then my wife said to me, because I'm a princess too, I told her, no, you're an adult, not a princess. He literally did exactly what I said. I had to tell her, no, bitch. Are you stupid? You're an adult woman. You're not a princess, okay? Cut it out. I'll make you one, but you're an adult. I'll make you the pizza. But you don't understand. You're not a fairy princess, okay? I think you're losing it. I think you're doing too much method acting here, okay? You're not Daniel Day-Lewis. You're not Austin Butler, who became Elvis for some reason, all right? You're an adult woman. You're not a fairy princess. Get it through your fucking head, woman. Adult human woman. You're not Cinderella. She laughed and nervously said, okay, never mind. Our daughter heard and said, Dad, Mom is a princess too. I just said, agreeing, but I didn't want to have to explain to her. I did feel bad because my wife changed out of her princess clothes too, but I don't know whether this whole ordeal makes me an asshole. Holy shit. Dude, this is awesome. The only correct no response to I'm a princess too was no, you're not. You're a queen. Ugh. Oh, God. Women actually like that? For you to be that, like, cheesy and gay? No, you're not a princess, honey. You're a queen. Ugh. If you're saying that, like, not sarcastically or not, like, as a joke, like, you're dead serious, that's grounds for divorce. Just on pure, as they call it, cringe. You should be able to divorce that man. Yeah, Your Honor, you're just in divorce court. Your Honor, I'm divorcing him on the grounds of extreme cringe. Yeah, I was playing princesses with my daughter, and I said, oh, can you make, and then he was making a mini pizza for our daughter, and I said, oh, can you make me one too? I'm also a princess. And he said, no, you're not a princess, honey. You're a queen. You're my queen. And the judge just immediately, before the sentence is even done, bangs the fucking gavel. Is like, all right, that's enough. Divorce. She gets the house. She gets the kid. You can see it. You can see the kid once a fucking month. Ugh, God. It's a harmless playtime with your child. Young kids love it when their parents engage in imaginative. Yeah. I love her like going into her room and just like slowly like taking off the princess clothes and just being like, just trying to be a good mom. And this guy just fucking lost his mind. You're not a princess. Like some dudes are like, dude, these guys are sick, man. This guy's so fucking sick. He just doesn't like his wife, clearly. He just doesn't like her. He's just like, hey, you're not a princess. Okay? You're an adult woman. Go to work. Okay? Cut it out. Like, this guy's hilarious, bro. Fuck off. Sorry, honey. I'm sorry I lost it back there. He comes in and she's just like sobbing in her big fucking princess dress. He's like, I'm sorry I lost it, honey. I just, I didn't, I'm just dealing with a lot right now. Can I borrow a couple $100? Yeah, I just need to get myself out of a jam. Listen, Connor McDavid is going to break the scoring record. And, listen, if I just bet, here's the deal. If I just bet $200 every game that Connor McDavid, he scores in more games than he doesn't. So if I just bet $200 that Connor McDavid's going to score every game, I should be up 10 grand by the end of the month. And then I can pay back my debts and none of us will, like, no longer be in danger. She's like, what? What do you mean in danger? No, it's not that big of a deal. Just this guy I owe money to said that, he knows where my kid goes to school and, he knows what dance studio she's at and he knows what, where you work and what time you get off and what time you pick her up from dance and all that stuff. And he said that, he actually has a tracker on your car. And he said that he will not hesitate to, and I quote, take you guys out if need be. But listen, if I could just borrow $200, I'm sorry about the whole princess thing. You're a princess. If you give me $200, you're a princess. If you don't give me $200, you're a fucking stupid, stupid adult woman who thinks she's a fucking princess when she's not. You don't even know being a human adult from being a princess. Yeah, it's just, just let me borrow a couple $100. You could be a princess. Let me borrow a couple $100, get out of this jam. Yeah, he just doesn't like his wife, huh? That's hilarious. I love when people are in a relationship and you could just clearly tell they just don't like the person. So funny. So funny, dude. Yeah, breaking up with somebody's hard, man. Fuck it. Just stay with them and hate them for the rest of your life. It's something to do. Being single and like going out there and like looking for love and like trying to find like a real partner, dude, that takes so much effort. That's boring. Just stick with the one you got and just hate them. It's fun. Just be like, ugh. Everything they do, you're just like, oh my God, this person is disgusting. Just fucking hate on everything they do. It's hilarious. Yeah, do that. Get into a fucked up relationship. Hate the person and everything that they're about, and you know everything that they do. Just be disgusted by them and get a gambling addiction. That's a fucking good life. That's a fucking not a bad life. People live worse lives than that. Like I said, the guy that works at Walmart stocking shelves and then goes home and plays video games and, you know, fucking jerks off and, you know, eats bullshits like frozen foods. Like his life sucks, dude. His life sucks. It's not great. Get a gambling addiction. Get in a bad relationship. Have fun stories to tell. Tell your fucking wife that's playing with your daughter that, you know, she needs to cut it out. And she's acting like a real stupid bitch and she's not a princess. Cause, you know, generational trauma with your children. Pass your trauma on to your children. Like that daughter, hopefully, we need more women, children, gamblers. All the guys that are gambling and all the kids that are gambling are men. We need more, so hopefully he traumatizes this child that she looks for an outlet and she finds it in gambling and she starts gambling at the age of, you know, 5 or 6. That would be great. I hope that happens for them. But I gotta get out of here. I'm legit gonna go put some money on Connor McDavid to score a goal tonight. So I'll report back. I'm gonna bet every game that Connor McDavid plays. But I'm a bitch. So I'm gonna only bet $10. But every game that Connor McDavid plays from now until next week when we record, I'm gonna bet, and we'll see if I'm up or down, and or we'll see if I kill myself, or at least try to. But in Vancouver, you know, they might fucking put me in cuffs and not let me. So you know, God forbid. I get arrested for trying to kill myself. Can't do anything in this goddamn country. I thought we lived in Canada. I thought it was a free country. Thanks for listening. Episode 3 of the audio experience, An Hour with AIDS. Y'all are fucking... Dude, this is sick. I love that you guys are fucking with me again. The downloads are almost like right back to where we were at, you know, fucking before I stopped and before I fucked off. You guys are sick. I love it. You guys are sick fucking people. Listening to me just talk about nonsense and just say insane shit. You guys are dope, man. I hope all of you get addicted to something and fucking destroy your lives and have fun stories to tell. Yeah, dude, keep downloading the episodes, and love you guys. Yeah, I'm going to kill myself.